Hey y'all, welcome back to Tea Time with your girl Tito. Hey Tick. So I have two topics today. Let's get straight on into it. First topic is about a pastor named Philip Anthony Mitchell. So he was preaching one day and he decides to say, he said to stop blaming white cops for black kids dying or for cops killing black kids. Like, stop blaming a cop. And he said that kids need to start obeying authority. Like, that is the issue. Like, kids don't obey authority, and that is the reason why there are killings by white cops. And it was, child, when I tell you the internet went up, the internet went insane about this, because a lot of people did not agree, which I 100% understand. I did not fully agree with that statement neither, because there are, like, it's so many layers to that where it just doesn't make sense for him saying that. Now, should kids obey authority more? Yeah. Are kids disobedient to authority? Yes. I've seen many kids be disobedient to authority. So I do, in a sense, get where he was coming from with that standpoint, but adding for him to use that example with cops killing black kids, like, I 100% do not agree with that, because there are so many cases where kids follow by the rules, listen to authority, did what they supposed to do, and things still happen. So to say that to their families, what do you do? How do you say that to somebody's family that have kids that have followed by the rules, did what they supposed to do? How do you, like, I feel like that's kind of a slap in the face towards their parents and their parenting. And also, it doesn't matter how much you teach your child to follow the rules, they're their own person. They do whatever the fuck they want to do. Once you put somebody out there in the world, a kid, whatever, out there in the world, although they are taught many things, they could still drift away from what you taught them. So to say that is not fair. It's like trying to down somebody's parenting, trying to down the kids that have got killed. That's for me, I feel like that's such a slap in the face, and that's not something that you should have said. Being a person of, I wouldn't even say power, or maybe I should say status, being a person of status, being a pastor, I feel like you should, like, watch what you say with certain things, because once it gets to the internet, it get misconstrued and whatever the case may be. And maybe he did not mean that in a harmful way, but it definitely came off harmful, especially for the parents that have been through that. So yeah, that is my take on that. Let's go into topic number. All right, child, let's get into topic number 2. So media personality Wallow has some things to say to the community, to the people, honey. He has some things to discuss. So he said, just because somebody has a black-owned business does not mean it's supposed to be like, I'm not saying it doesn't supposed to be supported, but even though you have a black-owned business, it's not like yeah, you're supposed to get business. Yes, you're supposed to get everything. Like, you still have to make sure that your business is clean, that you have etiquette, you have good workers there, and all of those things to make your business a good business. Not just because it's black, that doesn't mean that you are running a good business, or you should get clientele just because of that. And I 100% agree. Like, there are places that I have been to and I go just because it's a black owned business, but it's not ran right. It's not ran properly. In some places I had to wait for my food too long. There are places, like, just it's just not, just because it's black owned doesn't mean that it is a good business and that you should always support that. Some people agree, some people don't. People think that you should, it doesn't matter what, you should always support your community. And I feel like you should support your community. But if your community is not doing what it's supposed to do, what am I supporting? What am I supporting? I am putting my money into these things and I'm not getting the services that I'm thinking I'm supposed to get. Just because they're black owned, not saying it don't mean nothing, but I feel like do your research before going into these establishments. And that was his point. That's what he was trying to say. Like, do your research, ask questions, different things like that, for just supporting it just because it's black owned. And I don't think Wallow said nothing bad. And you know one thing about Wallow, he's going to say things that a lot of other people don't say or don't want to say because they're going to get criticized for it and stuff like that. But he doesn't care, baby. He's going to run that mouth. He going to run that mouth as he should. Like that. So, yeah. But that's all I have for y'all for tea time with your girl, Tito. Make sure y'all follow me on Instagram and make sure you send the tea, baby, to go.shorty. Okay, make sure you follow me on TikTok at Big Tito Love. All right, make sure you follow me at TikTok at Tito Gang with 2 G's and subscribe to my YouTube channel at Tito TV. And until next time, bye.